Hello everybody, welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European Time on the dollar. We do the show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening with Bitcoin, altcoins and everything else. 11 people in the chat. Batch, Mladen, Gort, how you guys doing? Let's go, blue balls, Mladen, Gort, there we go. We got all the people that we need to do the stream. You know, we don't care if we got, 1,000 people or, 10 people. It really doesn't matter. Because we just want to know. We just want to know what's happening. And the guys who are here for the excitement, Bitcoin at 70.9. Slow climb towards upside, guys. Slow climb, towards upside. So this is very, very good. So Bitcoin is above the blue box again, above, 70, actually 71 right now. And it is climbing higher. So we're gonna check out, the weekly time frames, daily time frames up here, how this is playing out, what's gonna happen next, and so forth. What's this mean? Are we gonna dump towards the downside or not? We're gonna look a little bit on the DXY. I got a little bit theory, what might happen in 2026, give or take. So maybe we're gonna talk a little bit about that as well. Dominance up here is still climbing towards upside, unfortunately. Dominance is still climbing towards upside. Last 2 days it's been climbing a little bit towards upside. So, but if you have been watching altcoins like I have, you will notice that altcoins are right now doing, they went up and then I pulled back and they went up again, and right now they're pulling back, and right now they're somewhere over here. Some coins are, doing this move, some coins are doing this move, but, they're basically doing the curvature again towards upside like last time up here. And they're creating these very, very nice channels, and right now they're looking to do the move. So if, altcoins are doing to do this move, then, the dominance should fall towards downside eventually. So, there is that. Double top. It might be double top, but, if you look at it on the weekly time frame, it doesn't seem like it's double top, right? Let's go to a clean chart over here. It doesn't seem like it's double top. Like on the daily time frame, you might say, oh, it's double top or something like that. But look at this curvature over here. It's very, very nice, right? Let's go over here on the small time frames up here. We got some kind of channel. There was a line up here on the daily time frame that we said, we need to break. So once we start, getting this doji up here, the moon started, coming up here. We had a live stream saying that, this looks very, very good. It needs to get above this line up here. 67.8. We failed to cross over here, but the next day we did cross towards upside. Now we also got this very nice channel towards upside over here. Right now we are hitting this 71.8. So everything is playing very, very nicely towards upside. And this right now we did change this downwarding trend over here. There was a trend over here that went something like this over here. We did right now change it towards upside. You can see this inverse head and shoulders pattern that everybody is looking at. Right now we are breaking that towards upside, and we are still looking for a little bit more movements towards upside. Now if you want to pump to 80k, guys, if you want to pump to 80k, this channel over here needs to break towards upside, and we got a major level of resistance up here at the top. It's not on the weekly time frame, it's actually on the daily time frame up here, because right now we're coming to this resistance level up here. These are the bottoms over here, give or take, but it needs to get above 73k and outside of the channel, and it does look good though. It does look good. So but at least we have a right now there's a rising channel. Previously we had this falling channel towards downside over here. There are a couple of channels up here. This is one of the channels. There was another steeper channel up here that we actually broke slowly over here towards sideways, and then we had this other kind of channel up here. So we have been going down, slowly turning to the sideways, and right now we're going towards upside. So we are doing this curvature up here towards upside, which is actually very, very nice. But again, it is looking good, and we did break the 67, 68k level, and right now we are looking at this this channel and the 73k level up here at the top side to break that. And I think as soon as we start breaking this towards upside, the channel that right now we have been having over here, first we've been having this one, then we having this channel over here, give or take. Right now we are having this channel, and once we actually break this towards upside, we're gonna create an even steeper channel. So what we are expecting once we actually break this towards upside is an explosion to towards 80k, 90k, give or take, up here towards upside, and we're gonna see how this actually plays out. But that's what we're actually waiting for right now. Is this channel gonna play out towards upside or towards downside right now? Because right now we went from this bottom all the way towards the top, and from the very bottom towards top, that's like 13% towards upside, but it is doing the slow climb towards upside. Now on this chart over here, you will see that the channel, downtrending channel that's been watching at, that's gonna break towards upside, that already broke towards upside. The distance up here is doubling of the channel towards upside. So the target should be up here. Once it starts getting up here, 73k, maybe even 74k up here towards upside. We just look at a doubling time towards upside, give or take. But it needs to get above 73k, give or take, to get out of this rising channel right now. Because right now we are no longer in this downtrending channel or this one up here. We are in this channel over here. So when you look at the charts, channels always change. And maybe it's down here, maybe. Because it's very nice. There we go. I think it's we're gonna use this one because the tops up here are very, very nice. Right now we are in this channel. Channels always change. Like the trends change over time. They slowly either go very steeply towards downside and then change towards upside. But these changes are very, very important and they happen very, very slowly. And they also tend to be gradual change towards upside. Sometimes you can have very fast trend change and then right back up there again. That can happen when you are some kind of very, very bullish sentiment, and then you will have these very, very steep channels towards downside and then very steep channels towards upside. But if you zoom this move, if you zoom these kind of channels that are going very steeply towards downside and upside, if you zoom out on bigger time frames, you will see that it's doing something like this over here, right? So doing this pullback over here towards upside. So there might be that. But it does look good. We are above the blue box up here. The blue box has been very, very interesting and important. Let me keep this channel over here. The blue box has been very interesting and important up here. You'll see right now that we are above the blue box up here. That's 69 level. What you're gonna see here on the chart, on the weekly time frame, on the dollar, right? So on the dollar up here, we came to the 70k. 70k is not actually a resistance level. It's more like a psychological resistance level. And if you remember, once we hit 69k up here, we had a big dump. But we hit 70k. We closed below 69k. 69 was actually major resistance level. The 69k was actually major resistance level. The 70k was not. 70k is only psychological resistance level, but we have been holding very nicely both of these. And once we closed above that, we pulled back a little bit, and right now we are breaking the 69 and 70k on the weekly candle. So we still haven't had a close on the weekly candle above the 69k, but right now we are trying to do that and trying to break that. Now we still have 5 days left on the weekly time frame to actually break above the resistance level. So it might take a little bit of time. Also, the monthly time frame is actually going over here towards upside, but it's already looking good. So I am, majorly bullish that this is gonna eventually break outside of this channel towards upside. And we, since we are already breaking the resistance level here towards upside, and the question is whether it's gonna be 80k, 85k, 90k, and so forth, so forth. We already have some kind of levels up here towards upside. Let's go a little bit, higher time frames over here. No, the time frames are fine. There's a lot of lines up here, but we already have some kind of line up here that's very, very important. That's around 86k right now, give or take, just before the halving. So are we gonna go over there and pull back? We don't know, but if that does happen, what we are actually looking for on the bigger time frames, the monthly time frame up here, let's go to this chart over here, is where we're gonna hit the tapped line, So that is actually a very, very important line up here on the RSI. It goes something like this up here. It goes all the way up to 90 levels on the RSI up here, and we are looking for the bull market ending once we tap that on the monthly time frame, right? So we still got the room left to go towards upside. We are not quite there just yet. Let's go to 2-week time frame up here. Over here on the 2-weekly time frame, we are actually, if you just take the last two levels over here, this one and this one, we are kind of overshooting that a little bit over here towards upside. But if you take into consideration the entire part over here, from over here to over here, maybe we are hitting a dollar, but this one up here is right now has a little bit more room towards upside. So we're gonna see how this actually plays out. The monthly time frame is the most important one, and technically, just by looking at the indicators down here, we still got more room to go. The momentum right now is as high as the previous up here, almost towards upside. I think this is going to climb even higher towards upside over here, so we are still expecting more moves towards upside. And my own indicator down here is showing that we are coming very, very close to some kind of top though. So are we just going to hit 85, bull market top before the halving or not? That is the most important thing, right? So if you look at over here, we are kind of ready on the RSI to hit the bull market top, guys. We are kind of ready, and we are very, very close to the halving right now. The halving is on the Bitcoin halving clock, something like that, right? Countdown. We still got 27 days left. Is it actually 27? Why it says April 22nd? It should be 19th. 23 days. So yeah, so they can't, they are not quite sure which date it's gonna be. It's gonna be 19, 22, 20. We're gonna see when we get very, very close, but around 23 to 27 days, give or take, until the halving there is left. And it is very probable that this time around we hit the bull market top at the time of the halving. Now, what might happen after that, once we hit that bull market top over here? You know, are we gonna pull back? Is there gonna be some kind of another one of these moves up here, big move down and stuff like that? Like how this gonna play out depends. But this over here looks like a parabolic move towards upside, guys. And I gotta tell you, it starts to get a little bit scary, right? It's getting a little bit scary, but it's getting a little bit scary for Bitcoin, not altcoins. If you look at altcoins, altcoins are good, guys. Altcoins are very good. On the other hand, like Bitcoin is getting, you know, into this very, very sketchy phase over here. Now, of course, we are looking for more movements towards upside and stuff like that. What's gonna happen? And I would really like to go above, you know, 80 and 100 up here towards upside, which, you know, by definition it can actually go, because nothing is broken just yet. This is still, you know, climbing slowly towards upside over here. As you can see right now, we have this very, very nice pullback towards downside, which is very nice. So we got a third line up here, and you know, by my some kind of, you know, my calculations or my experience, this parabolic moves goes in 4 moves. So this is the first initial move, then you got into speeder move, then you you know, go towards upside over here, and then you create this very, very, very steep 4th move. So I think we can only make another you know, just one more line over here towards upside, because these parabolic moves oftentimes just go into the 4 moves. They don't have to. I mean, you can always, you know, squeeze them and you can draw the line, and then you can, you know, you can squeeze this line and you can draw another line over here. You know, you can squeeze this line and you can draw, you know, you can always do that. It can always go faster, right? But you understand that these, you know, faster and faster moves go into the, you know, very, very high levels. So oftentimes, you know, when it comes to parabolic moves, they do these 4 moves, like initial phase, you know, rise up, pump up here, and then they do this last move up here towards upside right now. And right now I think this last move is coming up here somewhere. I don't know where it's gonna go up here, but right now I think this last move is coming up here. It's gonna be pullback, something like that, and do this last move towards upside. And this last move up here, you know, that is the thing that I'm actually looking for breakdown. So this didn't actually break down, this didn't break down, this didn't break down. So everything is looking nice and dandy over here right now. And as long as the trend is intact, you know, all is good. So these are actually trend lines towards downside, these support lines. As long as these trend lines are actually good and they're actually holding, we are all good and dandy. The problem comes when we start breaking these trends and when we start breaking this parabolic move. This does look in fact like a parabolic move towards upside, and parabolic moves are very, very crashy in nature. So but by the time you actually get to the top, the move towards downside is gonna be quick, guys. It's gonna be very, very quick. And I tried to figure out, or I tried to, you know, look for other parabolic moves, how did they play out, but most of the parabolic moves do tend to dump down from the top very fast, very fast. So you might be, you know, up 100x by the time you're at the top, but when it starts crashing, you're down like, you know, to 20x, something like that, because the moves are down very, very fast on parabolic moves. Just know that. So over here, for example, you'll see that even this can actually be, you know, adjust to be some kind of parabolic move towards upside over here. So you got this initial phase over here, then you have this, you know, this secondary phase up here towards upside over here, give or take. Then you got this 3rd phase over here that goes something like this, right? And then we had this, you know, 4th phase up here. But this one up here, it looked like, you know, maybe it's parabolic move, but this looks more like a parabolic move than this one over here. This was more like, you know, sideways and then pump, sideways pump, and then, you know, consolidation. While this part over here, it actually looks like, you know, I don't know, maybe sideways pump, consolidation. I don't know. It looks like parabolic though. It looks like parabolic. Every day it looks more and more like parabolic move. But you can see up here, over here, we broke that towards downside and we had a retest down there. There was the line. We broke that. We retested. We broke that. Recapitulation, pull down, and then whatever, right? That's what happened after that. And then we had this secondary top and so forth, so forth. We can go even longer back in time over here. This is actually a very, very nice parabolic move. And this over here is, you know, if you look at over here all the way to all-time high, this was actually a lot nicer parabolic move though. This was actually a lot nicer parabolic move. And this had a whole bunch of these lines. This is secondary line up here. This is third line up here. And you can see up here, this parabolic move had a whole bunch of lines up here. Where up here? Towards the upside. These you know, these trends towards the upside. This was the last one over here somewhere, and then you had this big move towards the upside over here. It went something like this over here, and then went down and broke that. But you'll see up here in this very, very last move up here towards the upside, as soon as it broke that, it had a big crash towards the downside up here. That's like, you know, 43% crash towards the downside. But this parabolic move had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines or 6 channels towards the upside, because every one of these are channels. Over here it was, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, but it was more like, you know, sideways motion and a move towards the upside. This over here, it does look like, you know, right now parabolic move, but right now it only has these 3 channels, because these are actually channels on the way towards the upside that you are breaking towards the upside. It has only 3 trends right now. So the way, you know, I've seen, you know, oftentimes they do have 4 channels, but you know, the 2017 was especially, you know, pumpy ride. And you know, could we have, you know, another 2, you know, moves towards the upside where this goes just faster and faster into some kind of overheated top? I don't think so. The biggest reason I don't think this is gonna be the 2017 top over here, the parabolic move like 2017 top up here, is because, you know, big investors, they started mass selling into the crowd, right? So oftentimes you get some kind of rounded top, or you get some kind of, you know, double top or something like, you know, consolidation before the move towards the downside. You don't get these, you know, parabolic moves that much in some kind of, I would say, in some kind of very heated markets, or where there is a lot of people in the market, because there is a lot of buying, there is a lot of selling, and these things, you know, takes time to sell off, right? So if you're gonna have a, you know, big sell off or anything like that, I don't think that, you know, this is gonna be a parabolic move up here towards downside and just like, you know, right back down again, like certain people are actually showing off. If this is gonna be, I think it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna start like a parabolic move, but then maybe change it to something else, and, you know, whatever. I don't know how it's gonna play out. But it looks good. It looks good. That's the most important part of this message today. Today's message on this, you know, Bitcoin Daily. It looks good, guys. It looks good. So there is that. Now the thing up here at the top over here, it is doing this smaller channel at the top over here. So we're gonna see if there is any kind of pullbacks or anything like that. But it's already looking good. Like especially like 4-hour time frame is looking a little bit overextended or something like that. But it already looks good. It already looks very, very good. You can see up here, we went below the moving averages up here right now, climbing on the moving averages. Are we going to retest this moving average? I'm going to consolidate over here before we go. I'm a little bit unsure about that, because right now we do have the moons on the chart. Let's go to the this daily time frame. We got a moons on the chart, and the next new moon and the big, you know, fatal event is April 8th. There we go. So we got a little bit more time until whatever this is gonna happen up here at 8th of April, because too many people are talking about this event, and it's gonna go across entire, there will be a solar eclipse across almost entire US. So I believe that, you know, a lot of people are very interested in what's gonna happen up here, and it is the new moon, it is the solar eclipse. So the way I see it, you know, big moves towards the upside over here right now, and on the 8th it's gonna go down. On 8th it's finished, guys. On the 8th is finished. At least this move towards the upside on 8th is finished. So we're gonna check it out. Now there's been a lot of chat that I missed, you know, AI Doom, man, what's up? John Geese, Bitcoin 10x takes a while. Yeah, it takes a while. BT to the moon. You have 3 candles, a red candle usually follows. No. After 15 green candles, there is usually a red candle. But to be serious, crypto still looks positive. It looks very positive. Like, I don't know if you guys, you know, are watching, I don't know if you are watching altcoins, guys. But altcoins are doing fine, guys. Altcoins are doing very fine. We are in bull market. Guy, Gort, listen to Mladen. You gotta stop being bearish, man. You gotta stop trying to go against this, you know, against the will of the people. Is that hidden bullish divergence on daily playing out? No, there is no hidden bullish divergence on the daily on the Bitcoin over here. So if you look over here on the daily time frame, where is it? Over here. There is no divergence actually. Everything looks very, very nice. There is no bullish divergence. There is no bearish divergence. There is no divergences. Everything looks fine. We never had a hidden bullish divergence. Nice head and shoulders on RSI though. Yeah, over here on the other side there is nice head and shoulders. It broke towards upside of that as well, so you know. Just watch Eric Kranz last week. He said hidden bullish divergence in daily. He's a good trader. He is a good trader, but you know, is he a good analyst? Yeah. We are good analysts, but we are bad traders. How does that even work out? How can you be good analyst without being good trader? Or how can you be good trader without being good analyst? Now, I do like Eric Crown, but he's very, you know, into the indicators. Now, when he says there is hidden bullish divergence, I don't think he's talking about RSI. I gotta tell you that. Or maybe he's talking about some kind of other time frame up here on the RSI, because on the RSI there is no hidden bullish divergence. Like he's, you know, is he talking about this one over here and say there is hidden bullish? Because this is not divergence, right? This is just way too far away to, you know, from each other. And there is nothing right now over here, like right now, that tells us that there is hidden bullish divergence. These 2 points are way too far away from each other. So I've seen a lot of people saying that this over here is going down like this over here or something like that, and that's a, you know, bullish divergence and stuff like that. It is going down, you know, but it's not going down because of that, because this over here is not bullish divergence. This already played out towards upside, and you know, right now you're just watching these last, you know, pivot points to find the divergence on the chart. You're not watching up here or whatever level. So you know, when it comes to divergences, you know, at least I think I figured it out. I also don't see any divergence. You look all the way back to February 26 or so. Yeah, February 26. Like, yeah, so people are looking at this divergence up here, but you know, it's too big of a time frame. I have a new coin for you to look at. Aerodrome Finance, up 50% today. It's main DeFi. Yeah, I actually looked at this coin yesterday, because you're probably watching the same guy that I watched yesterday as well. It's Aerodrome Finance coin. And you know, you see up here that I actually looked at it. It actually looks very good, because it broke the channel towards upside up here. It just continue pumping towards downside. And the guy that actually was shilling this yesterday, you know, bought down here. So there's that. There was a guy on YouTube that was shilling this yesterday. So I do know that. Then Eric doesn't know. Likely to sell the news, man. Let me see what people are chatting. Aero is up 50x in a month. Chappies to the moon. Chappies money make. Dr. Karlov is in chat. How you doing, man? We have to catch these things early. Yeah, if you want to catch the things early, you cannot. You need to buy the bottoms. You cannot buy when stuff is up. Like right now, you know, John Welsh is, you know, telling you about the coin and it's pumping, and Milan is telling you about other coin that's pumping. And sure, these coins will pump. But if you want to buy low, if you want to buy, you know, bottoms and stuff like that, you cannot listen to people, because people don't know. People are too afraid to buy this. People are too afraid to buy this over here. Maybe they're a hopium up here, but you know, they think it's gonna crash down for whatever reason. You know, they want to buy this up here. When they see this over here towards upside, they want to buy this, but they want to buy this, you know, down here. But if it goes down here, they don't want to buy this. Then it goes up here now. That's confirmed, you know, bullish trend up here. Let's buy it up here again. Right? So people want to buy, you know, green candles, because that gives them, you know, some kind of confidence that it's bullish. You gotta find the confidence to know that something is gonna pump. You gotta find confidence when buying that, you know, this thing up here that nobody's talking about, you know, maybe we should actually check it out and, you know, buy that thing. We did like Turbo. You should have joined the TF Fans Club long term. Exactly, guys. You should have joined TF Fans Club. So let me see a little bit up here. TLI, it's also lunar eclipse. It's not lunar, it's solar eclipse. 8th of maybe this moon is lunar eclipse, but the 8th of April, the important one, is the solar eclipse. 100% on GM, YMM. Up my Miro long. Nice. Bull mark is on the way. Not shilling. Yeah, Milan is not shilling. He's sharing. Okay, let's look at Phantom. Can you analyze Phantom? Yeah, let's look at Phantom because Phantom has been having very nice moves towards upside. Unfortunately, it is right now stuck in a channel up here. I don't know how speedy this channel is. Let's move a couple of lines up here so we can see this nicer up here. Give or take. Let's see if this midline up here should be over here. Maybe something like this. Let's just go over here. It looks good though. It looks good though. It's breaking this towards the upside up here. Can you go all the way towards stops up here? Let's see this line because over here you get a higher on the chart. Yeah, it looks like it actually hit that on the dollar, give or take. So maybe this line, maybe it's hitting the top right now. And the trend over here on the downside, though, let's go something like this over here, and then maybe something like this. So it is still trending towards upside. I mean, it had this very speedy, nice move towards upside right now. That's you know, 200%, 3x from the bottom towards upside. And will it consolidate up here or not? That kind of depends. The next resistance level, the way I see it, it's all the way up there. You know, this one up here, but that's already broke. Like everything is broken right now. So the way I see it, even this channel up here towards upside will eventually get broken, and it has another 84% towards upside to go. But it's you know, we're gonna see when it actually starts breaking this towards upside, because not a lot of coins have this kind of pattern where they have a, you know, low and then a higher low up here before they actually move to have a, you know, lower low. So they have this expanding musical instruments up here, right? So not a lot of coins have this. Most coins have this one, you know, these kind of channels towards upside. But this thing actually has this very nice line, which I actually missed right now. It's right now sitting at the top there, and it's, you know, confirming very nicely the bottom as well. So right now we can have this very nice trend over here on Phantom, give or take. It just bounced towards the upside, so it looks good, but it's at the resistance level, so we need to wait a little bit until it actually breaks that towards the upside. Let's look at moving averages up here. It is a little bit extended from the moving averages, but sitting at, you know, 86 on the RSI on the weekly time frame, but it just started going up here towards the upside. My own indicator down here, the TLR overextension indicator, did hit these kind of highs up here, but it doesn't mean that it's top, right? So over here, like over here, we hit the top, we consolidate, and we continued another move towards the upside. Guys, I gotta disappoint you a little bit over here. Hairbands. Look at XPRT persistence. Krypton was alright, pumped 26 to 29 due to Jupiter. Maybe, I don't know. Guys, I gotta disappoint you a little bit. We gotta cut this stream short because I really has to go to the bathroom. It's been nice and enjoyable. Bitcoin is doing well. Bitcoin's right now, you know, just consolidating up here at the top. Right now, it's doing this very sketchy move right now where it might actually break towards downside. So, okay, you know, watch for that. But, you know, dips are for buying, guys. It looks good. We're gonna do another stream tonight. Make sure to hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe to the channel. Join our TF fans club. There is also a public Telegram group up here somewhere. Where is the public? Join our public Telegram group as well. You are welcome. It's free. You know, it's nice and dandy. I really gotta go to the bathroom, guys. Enjoy the day. Bye bye.